Gentlemen.
Hello, and welcome back to Smite here in the lands of OCE. My name is The Machine. Joining me is Mr. Nightfall, the man himself, and we have a Cybergamer match that we are casting. It's going to be Knights of Honor as our blue heroes for today. And as for our red team, I will hand it over for you to introduce.
These guys are ping 270, the top of the Cybergamer ladder right now. Very strong team, and right now looking at their team composition, they do look extremely strong with that Hercules, Thor, Nuwa, Apollo and Athena, all played by Miratori. I have no idea, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Jack the Moon, Mighty Elk, Rob Diggity and Giles there. And do you want to do Knights of Honor? Or
Indeed, I was just a little bit confused because I had my ADC in support a different order, and you finished with Rob Diggity, and I was like, wait, what? But you forgot someone. And I realized you didn't, but that's okay. We got around it. So as for the blue team's Knights of Honor, it's going to be G as our Cupid solo lane. That's interesting. Kiyomi as our Geb. Oh dear. Krogas, I guess, is our Isis with a very strange to spell name. Krogas. Tainted Goddess as the Artemis, who is level 10, fully mastered out that Artemis, which is awesome because Artemis is actually my favorite god. So, fanboying a little bit hard here. And the Jet Hawk is going to be our jungle monkey, the man himself, Mr. Hunbats. Looks as like Ping 270 were going for an invade, and they do have a really good comp for it. They do have the Hercules, the Athena taunt,
the Thor, Crack the Earth. I'm sorry, I butchered that name too. What was it? The Tectonic Rift. I always forget the name of that. Just because he yells Crack the Earth when he casts it. But that is very good, level 1. Cutting
very
off
strong
the
invades.
roots.
They didn't go for it in the end though.
No, just looking aggressive, but they do back off a little. And yeah, starting pretty standardly.
So what's really interesting here is we have both an Artemis ADC and a Cupid support. So this really is an out-of-the-meta comp for Knights of Honor. And we're trying to sort of talk about this Cupid before we started and how we think it's going to work. It's going to be a hard matchup. Hercules is basically unkillable in his lane with the mitigate wounds. And Hercules can be very bursty with his Earthbreaker, the Divine Strike, and especially his ultimate as well. So I think it's going to be really on edge here for G. He has to play this well, make sure he avoids those abilities. And even then, I don't think there's really much kill potential because Hercules is just so strong and so tanky. And with a Thor jungle, there really is a lot of kill pressure.
Definitely. So Cupid does have, he's only got 2 damaging abilities plus his basic attacks, but I don't think that burst will be enough to kill Hercules, especially with mitigate wounds being activated. So we'll have to time it, but even then I don't think it'll be enough.
Yeah, indeed. And the Artemis ADC is definitely an interesting pickup here. How do you feel about Artemis?
She's not bad, it's just there's a lot better. Because in this game, Anhur and Ram weren't banned. They were left open, but they still went for Artemis. Artemis has just got low mobility, which is kind of a downside. And like the crit on her passive, it's quite strong, especially with her attack speed increase on her 2, I think it is. And the traps are good. They're good for stopping ganks. Her ultimate really good in team fights, especially with that Geb. But I just don't think that it's as strong as, say, like a Ram or an Anhur in this situation.
Yeah, she is quite squishy, and with no escape, you really need to have a team comp that has really good peel. And that's actually what we do have for Knights of Honor. The Geb, Isis, Cupid, the Hunbats, they have a really robust comp to peel for that Artemis. So it's a good comp to run it. She will have good late games, kind of like Extravalanque, where they're not necessarily bad, that's just they don't really fit into the meta because they have a weak early game in the lane, which is what is just so crucial in the current meta of Smite. Late game, I mean, the boar is such a strong self-peel. And the volley is a really, really good poke. It's a slow, so you can slow people with that, then you can pop your greater sprint, chase them down, and she has really good DPS, and will be able to outbox the Artemis in the really late game stage with the boar, because basically It's just an extra ultimate that Apollo, he can't really use his own ultimate in that boxing situation.
Yeah, definitely. Although I do like the early game coming out of Ping 270 with the 4 global oats. That's the Thor, Nuwa, Apollo, and Athena. That's extremely strong, especially in the late game too.
Oh, look at G in the solo. He's in a bit of trouble here. Thor's moving and Mjolnir gets the stun. Does he have the Mjolnir's tapped? Oh, Berserker Barrage being blocked by the Archer minions. Jack the Moon, he takes a lot of tower shots there, and somehow G actually survives. He was out of mana, so he couldn't use his dash.
Yeah, that was very close there by Jack the Moon, taking a little bit of a risk, but not paying off there. And G very lucky to get out of there. And yeah, mid camp's picked up.
He didn't seem to actually use his Mjolnirs. Did he use that to get in there? Because he got the stun with the Tectonic Rift, but he didn't seem to have any follow-up apart from that Berserker Barrage. So I think he must have just used that to actually get to the lane in the first place.
He must have. Yeah, I did miss that. I was looking over in the.
I was waiting for it. I was like, he's stunned, he's gonna die, but it just didn't come out. So must have burned that one. We do have a bit of rotation coming into the duo lane from Ping 270. Oh, this is gonna be opening the tower. Cataclysm lands. Rom Diggity gets absolutely destroyed. Hand Goddess very low. Can Athena get the kill? Geb Shield keeping her alive for now, and that's the boar that will secure the stun. Thor in the air lands the stun. Berserker Barrage for double even. Getting blocked off. Mjolnir's going to have some nice damage. There's the rollout. Fire Shards ready to go for Mighty L. Here is Hunbats. Fire Shards being used, but it probably won't be enough. No, level 5, the damage is very, very small.
That was really good by Thor, being able to follow up on that death. On that kill for Knights of Honor. But Thor returning the favor and taking down Tainted Goddess there. That was really good. I do love Thor for that. Just his mobility is like so good.
He's in a bit of trouble here. He's getting chased down by Miratori. Gets the driving strike. He's probably going to die. Yep, auto attack, chunk him down. This Cupid really isn't working in this lane. Doesn't quite have the Dev Gauntlet yet. Really needs to get the lifesteal. There we go. Finishes it off now. We did actually see Apollo use his chariot to try and kill the Geb, but he couldn't quite get there within time. So I think Knights of Honor, they really have to have a strong early mid game, because I think this Cupid support, so Cupid's solo lane is going to actually fall off pretty hard, especially compared to this Hercules.
Yes. I do. I'm wondering if G was thinking something about the hearts being sustained. I don't really like that though, because you have to actually physically move yourself to pick up the health, rather than say with like a Shark or a Hercules whose self-heal just heals you when you activate it. But yeah, not too sure what the reasoning is, but unfortunately it's not working very early here, so yeah.
And especially in a lane where positioning is so key, because the Hercules can really punish you if you're out of position, and if your movement is predictable, if you're going to pick up one of those hearts, he can just land his abilities and really punish you for that. We do see Thor in the mid lane gets silenced out. Don't know if he was going to actually jump into that. He may have wanted to, but he couldn't, as he was silenced by the Isis.
Just a little bit of aggression over here on Rob Diggity. By himself, getting that solo XP. He does need it though, as he's a level behind Tainted Goddess. That is because he did die, and Tainted Goddess did get the kill on. No, actually, Gib did have the kill earlier before. Oh.
Cataclysm comes down. Athena ult won't quite land, but that's the Thor coming down as well. This could be another kill for Ping 270. He does land onto the Artemis here. Berserker Barrage stunning for heaps of damage. The boar gets thrown down. That's the stun. Athena's moving in as well. Doesn't follow up the Mjolnir, running for his life. He is taunted, but there's a lot of Archer minions. Charles got to be careful. Fire Shards didn't really do that much. Thor sticking around. He wants to go back in once he gets the cooldowns. Bit of a rotation coming through, but it has been scouted and blocked off by Knights of Honor.
Oh.
That's the Apollo ult. Oh, won't quite land though, but this is a great spot. Very low on mana, so he couldn't really chase them down, especially with the Hunbats.
Yeah, he's now on no mana after getting straight back to lane. And his blue is not up for another, I'd say, about 45 seconds to maybe about a minute. So, gonna have a little bit of a rough time in lane.
I think that was really smart play by Rob Diggity for not going into that, because we're only 7 minutes 30 into the game, and you really have to appreciate the Fear No Evil from Hunbats, because you won't have beads this early, and without beads, Fear No Evil is incredibly strong.
Oh, definitely. That fear is so strong. If you place it well, if you're Hunbats, you can push them towards you. That way that they have less of a chance of getting away, which is, I feel it's extremely strong. And Rob Diggity is behind by 4k gold, I think. Not 400. 4k. That's the one. I saw a 4. For some reason, I always add an extra like 0 to the end of. I don't know. I think I was looking at the top. Anyways, so a 1k gold for Knights of Honor. Yeah. Not too much action so far in this game, other than those 4 kills. I mean, it's not really aggressive. It's just responding to a little bit of aggression, turning out into kills so far.
Well, it's been really good presence by the Thor, Jack the Moon. He's been all over the place, making sure he has an impact in those lanes, and that's really what you need to do as the Thor, because that's a strong early game. You really want to make the most of it. We haven't really seen the Jethawk do anything on that Hunbats, but he's just farming the stage and farming pretty well. That's a teleport towards coming from Minotauri. He's in the duo lane. This could turn sour for Knights of Honor. Thor's moving in as well here. Tainted Goddess is CC immune because of the ball. Gets the trap. What perfect play. Artemis still looking strong in this fight, but Thor comes crashing down. Kiyomi's in a bit of trouble, but he pops his shield. Earthbreaker didn't actually hit him. Not entirely sure what happened there. And now we do see Hunbats moving in. Doesn't land the taunt from Athena. Fire shards as well. Won't take Kiyomi down, but it was pretty close. Excavation, though, won't. He's going to get dive with a driving strike. But the Fear No Evil gets the fear, and the damage comes through. And that's going to be a dead Hercules.
Damn. And Kiyomi does get out there on, like, no HP. I'm sorry, my spectator sync is playing up a little bit here. I'm not too sure what's going on. So
955, 956, 957. Is that the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to turn off mine. Do you have slowdown on ults turned on or off?
I think I've turned it off. But I'm pretty sure it should be the same since we are synced. Regardless, though, that was actually a really good play by Tainted Goddess, and I think the ball is really underappreciated, because not only is it a massive stun and damage to everyone nearby, it makes Artemis CC immune for 3 seconds, and that's how she survived. Because all of those abilities were just mitigated by the CC immune, and she just walked away. But not only that, then she also landed a really clutch trap that then got her to escape, and then they just tried to focus down the Geb, and he was just far too tanky, even pre-sovereignty.
Yeah, that's something we didn't note, is the fact that there's a... Oh, sorry, I thought Hunbats was on the other team. I was going to point out that she could ult and get out of it, but regardless, so...
Starting a Gold Fury. Risky move. There is a ward on the blue buff. Ping 270, I don't think they quite realize it just yet. Being chunked down. Giles, he scouts it. Do we have any Hog 3s? We do have one for Kiyomi, but nothing for Ping 270. That is a free Gold Fury. Not only was Giles stunned, but there wasn't a Hog 3, but a nice work from Apollo. Fear No Evil bursting down Giles. Rob Diggity, he's falling as well. And that's a nice preemptive ball. Basically, when Thor lands his ult, he's already stunned. He can't follow up because of the ball stun. So, this Artemis is actually doing very well.
Yeah, it's not surprising to see. It's good to see. I'm liking the way that he's playing this Artemis. It's really good. And one thing we didn't know was the fact that Cupid actually took the tower in the solo lane, now being replied by Hercules there. Cupid, will he find him? No, he will go the defensive route. Actually, Hercules not deciding to recall. So 2 towers taken by both teams. Sorry, 1 tower taken by both teams. And yeah, both in the solo lane, opening up that territory to be free, now needing wards to be controlled around that fire giant area, but we won't be seeing any action around there anytime soon, I feel. So, 3k gold lead now for Knights of Honor after that team fight and Gold Fury. That was really good. Taking a really good lead. So we'll see if Ping 270 can come back.
I
And
think
one way I think, sorry.
I think Knights of Honor are going to have a really strong mid-game team fight. They just have such good synergy with their kits and with their ultimates. Fields of Love, Hunbat's Fear No Evil, Circle of Protection, Artemis just having crazy DPS outright. There's just going to be really strong team fighting from them. That being said, though, you may see Isis getting caught. Fields of Love comes down, and here is Hunbat's as well. Hercules is getting focused down, but he's pretty tanky, and that's a nice thought. Excavation follows up, 2 kills for free. Ping 270 looking strong. Apollo following up as well. Artemis can't rotate. Too immobile. Getting a blocked off. This could be very bad for Knights of Honor. That's 4 kills for free. They can't team fight well when they're getting picked off one at a time. Could even be a fire giant at 13 minutes, perhaps. Do you think it's too early, or could they go for it?
I think they're just gonna settle for a tower here. It does seem.
That was brutal.
They could. I don't think they could go for fire giant, but I think just opening up the territory would be better for them.
I guess the respawn timers are pretty low, so it would be a risk call to make. The ball gets the stun on Rob Diggity, getting the sprint for the chase down. Volley going to be available? Nope, nice juking behind the turret. We'll block those auto attacks, but nope, gets the volley. Vengeful assault. Nice work.
Rob Diggity just staying around just a little bit too long.
Man, those 4 kills.
So he could have gone back down lane, but anyway.
Yeah. So those 4 kills really put Ping 270 back in the game. They were
definitely, yeah.
quite far behind after losing the Fire Giant in gold, and now the XP is definitely the advantage for Ping 270.
I think that tectonic rift by Thor cutting off Gib and was it Isis or
It was Isis.
Who else was it? Yeah, Gib and Isis. That was so good. That's a perfect example of how to play Thor in the mid game.
Oh, nice blue steal.
Can test it. Oh yes, I saw that in the mini map, and then you said it, and yeah.
They both hogged, but Giles hogged it like a little bit faster, so it's on there for Rob Diggity. Oh, this may be Marty Elk being caught. He's slowed down, and Fear No Evil comes through as well, pops the beats. Friend of Olympus won't quite land in time. So this is a bit of an awkward spot for Ping 270 because Mighty Elk is going to take a while to really come online. Noir not exactly very good in the early mid game, but late game very, very powerful. Artemis is really dominating the Apollo. So if they draw out this lane, then I think it's going to be good for them, but they have to be careful because the Thor Hercules rotations have been incredibly potent, especially with the teleport towards from Muratori. They've been able to have pretty good mobility and map pressure.
Yeah, definitely that teleport coming in extreme handiness. Tony Goddess looking for this mid lane tower. It's extremely low, but not able to get it right now. Will he go under? Nope. So, as you were saying,
to dive this one, I think.
Being extremely.
Look at the rollout from Geb and the Cupid in the back. Can they dive it, or are they just going for the tower, perhaps? It would be a risky move. The tower has been taken out. 3-man taunt. Nice follow-up from our Nuwa, but that's going to be Taint Goddess down. Thor crashing in. This is terrible. Knights of Honor once again having a really bad team fight.
That was a 5-man Cupid stun. That was really good. Unfortunately, they still all go down. Sorry, not all. 3 for 0 trade there, and Gold Fury picked up by Ping 270. That was a good fight.
I think that was just a really a bad call by Knights of Honor because they were trying to tower dive an Athena when Gold Fury was up or when it was coming up, and they blew so much on Athena, who already has the sovereignty, and it's just very hard to actually kill the Athena, and as a result they had a really awkward position because they tried to flank, and the rotation was scouted out by the wards. So I think that was just a really bad call to make. Not only did they lose several kills, but they've also lost the Gold Fury, and now Ping 270 are definitely in the XP and Gold lead.
It did look like wow, that was actually a really good a taunt into knock up into driving strike there on the left lane onto Gib, just pushing him away. They did sort of tunnel vision for that Athena and tower. They did get the tower, but it was replied with 3 kills and a Gold Fury. So not the best trade, but they still did get a tower, which is not
So they would have got it either
It's
way.
still-
It was gonna
still
die, you know, in minion pushing alone. It
Yeah.
wasn't 500 extra gold. They would have had that tower regardless of what would have happened.
Yeah.
A lot of wards on the map here, especially for ping 270, so very important to see. I think that's the
Yeah.
one thing to note about this game, is ping 270, they just have better map awareness and better vision, and as a result, they're constantly getting these picks throughout the jungle because of just how good their positioning has been, where Knights of Honor are really just getting caught out of position and being too greedy, despite having, I'd say, a better mid-game team fight. But at this stage, Hercules is just too fed that it might not be the case anymore.
Yeah, Gilbert actually rolled in to 3 with no team members there. That was a bit strange, but able to walk out there due to his tankiness and his shield. Yeah, as you were saying about the wards and the map awareness, it's really good that they do have a Thor to capitalize on that map awareness too. If he sees someone by themselves isolated in the jungle, he could just ult, crash down on them, and have Nuwa, Apollo, or Athena back him up right there. So yeah, being able to pick off those people in the jungle is really good for ping 270 right now.
It's also a pretty good CC chain. The Thor, Nuwa, Athena, Hercules excavation. We've seen a lot of time the excavation has just hit multiple people when they're stunned, and it's really doing a massive damage. So I think ping 270 are just sort of outplaying Knights of Honor so far. And I think Knights of Honor have to really choose their fights a bit more cautiously and try and be a bit more level-headed when deciding where and what they need to do on the map.
Oh, definitely. Something I just noticed here, I looked at player damage, and Artemis is leading by nearly 2k player damage. But only, he's got 5 assists, 2 kills, 2 deaths. That's actually pretty good.
Artemis is coming really huge. I think if Knights of Honor are going to win this game, it's probably going to be on the back of Tainted Goddess on this Artemis. Has been really dominating the lane and just doing pretty well in team fights.
It's really good that they do have the gear before that too, because you do need to peel as much as you can for that Artemis. So the shield coming in really handy. Gib actually
look at this collapse. That's a nice Fear No Evil. Everyone getting stunned. Jug the Moon gets bursted down, and Giles not looking too good either. Fields of Love, Mardial stunned. Nice Spirit Ball gets 2 of them. That's 3 kills for free. Meanwhile, Rob Diggity, he gets the killing blow on the Jet Hawk. But what has this opened up? Gold Fury's down. Tier 2 in the mid lane looks like it will be taken here by Knights of Honor if they can get there in time.
Gib actually used his Cataclysm there right at the end, right as Nuwa died. I'm not sure if that was a misclick or an attempt at a kill steal, but that was pretty funny. But that was a really good team fight there by Knights of Honor. And trying to siege this mid lane, but
it's going to be hard.
Not going too well.
Hercules and Apollo, they're both two very fed members. They're actually taking down Minotaur. He may even die here. Harp Bomb will tick. Is there any follow-up? He gets stunned. Wind Gust comes through, picks him up, and that's very important as he's level 18. The respawn timer will be quite long, but looks like this tower won't quite be taken, but that's a very important kill on Hercules. Gold Fury spawning up soon. Let's see if they can back up, get a whole bunch of ward coverage, and really take this Gold Fury. I think Knights of Honor, they really have to really have this gold to be in this game still.
Speaking of levels, Gib is level 12 to Giles is level 15. I'm not sure whether or not that's due to actually he's still got the same kill participation, so it's not to do with that.
I think it's because Kiyomi's been roaming far too much. He hasn't really been in the lanes much. He's just had some awkward jungle presence that hasn't really achieved much. As we've seen before, he's just kind of been rolling out all over the place. So I think Giles has just been standing in the lane, soaking up more XP. Gold Fury, it was a bit of a clash. They were trying to take down Kiyomi, but he's far too tanky for that to happen. Let's have a look at the hogs. We have 2 hog 3s on the side of ping 270 on the Hercules as well. Only 1 so far for Knights of Honor. Hasn't quite finished up the hog 3 on Jark the Moon. Sorry, the Jet Hawk. The Humbats.
So I'm just looking through builds, looking for anything out of the ordinary. Hercules did pick up a wing, Witchblade? Yes, sorry, how did I forget the name of that item? Did you pick up a Witchblade as third item? I think that is good, that is good. Oh, and team fight over here on the left lane.
Yeah, they're looking for it. I think Witchblade rather is a good item. When you have two hunters, you've got Cupid and you've got 10 Goddess on the Artemis, and then you've also got the Hunbats as well. That's 3 auto attack focus. So I think it's actually pretty smart to do. But they're going for the collapse upon here. Jack the Moon, he will get caught by the Fields of Love. Cataclysm as well for follow up. He's getting bursted down. The CC chain is absolutely massive for Knights of Honor, and that's the team fight that I wanted to see. Muratori's getting focused. He's still very tanky, but he can't quite solo 4 members of Knights of Honor. Nice Apollo. Oh, it keeps Muratori alive for now. G's diving the tower. Is that smart? It's not, as he does get taken out. That Apollo ult definitely keeping Hercules alive. Kiyomi getting a little bit too deep as well. He drops. Muratori is just an absolute monster. That team fight turned around, and that was entirely because of Rob Diggity's ult.
Wow, that was a really good turnaround. Whether it was to do with it might have been to do with the greed, because G did go under tower to try and get the
that was greed. They shouldn't have gone for that.
Greatest idea. And Kiyomi on the Gib did roll out under tower to try and get Giles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he had damage support with him, but yeah, now Ping 270 looking for this Gold Fury.
Yeah,
and that's a nice taunt.
But there's 2 hogs against 0. They had no chance for that one.
Yeah, they did try though, which is respectable. And Ping 270 just backing off. I think they should have fought there with the Thor. Maybe he was out of range, because it did look like he didn't crash down on the Humbats or the Isis. Maybe if he did get there maybe 5 seconds earlier, they might have fought, and definitely would have won with that Apollo and Thor there against the Humbats and Isis.
Yeah, again, another case of greed, because they got the kill, they forced everyone away, and Ping 270 were far too low to contest that Gold Fury. But rather than just turning around and getting the free Gold Fury, that's one they wanted the kills. They chased the kills down, and that's not what you do in Smite. When there's objectives to take that give you so much golden XP, those are really what you need to take.
Definitely. Giving 300 gold to each team member, so even if someone is a little bit behind, it does give them that boost up. So yeah,
and it's also the XP, which they're
really
really behind. The XP is definitely making a big impact here.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Gibbs still behind 2 levels now, so he is catching up a little bit, but the XP gap between each level is greater each level you go up. So
Oh, gee, you gotta be careful here, buddy. Athena's gonna taunt you. He does nice dash out.
Just get caught.
Fields of Love's come down. It won't land on Jack the Moon, only Giles, but he is so tanky at this stage.
I think he beats there too.
And we do see Rob Diggity in the back. G's may get caught here. A lot of ults have been thrown down, but not really any kills. Rob Diggity, he's in a bit of trouble. He's going to get chased down by the Jethawk. He's down. Anvil of Dawn comes through. Nice Cataclysm keeps G alive. He's able to back away. Excavation, will it find him? It doesn't. Neither does the Tectonic Rift. Circle of Protection in the middle. Fire Shards. He takes down the wounded Cupid. Nice stealth from Mighty Elk, keeping him alive. He's duking through the stealth. Mysterious Fog. Not quite going to be enough, though. This one's getting pretty low. So everyone is very low as well here. Muratori is caught by the silence. He had to juke the trap. Spirit Ball won't quite land onto so Giles. Oh, Kiyomi, he's so greedy. He could have got Giles with the rollout, knocking him back into the team, but he went after Jack the Moon. He tunnel vision.
That fight was so all over the place. It was so hard to keep track of, but in the end, 2-for-2 trade in favor of Knights of Honor, though. They did lose Cupid and Hunbats, but both carries went down for Ping 270. The Apollo and the Noir there. So yeah, that was really hard to look at everything.
I was just loving Mighty Elk's mysterious fog jukes. They were really awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So one thing I want to mention, as we see Noir is really coming online now, and look at the comp and the itemization for Knights of Honor. They have 4 squishies. The only tanky person is Kiyomi on the Geb. And so what that means is the fire shards is going to be so powerful when all 4 members are going to lose, say, a third of their health, if not more, depending on how long this game drags out. So I think this new pick is actually very clever.
Yeah, it's really good there, and Cupid actually picked up his own blue as it was being taken by Giles there. Giles not having hog. No, he did not. To take that away. But yeah, as you were saying, 1 tank and 4 squishies compared to 2 tanky, like extremely tanky people on ping 270 has got to make a massive difference in those team fights.
And even Jack the Moon, he's got his Magi's, he's got his other cloak, so he's going to be pretty tanky at this stage once he finishes up his last 2 items.
Yeah, he's not going full damage. He's only got the Jotuns in terms of damage, and the Witchblade and the Magi's coming out for defense. And yeah, oh, he does have those pin boots too, as per usual on Thor.
Yeah. But he doesn't need any more damage because of how squishy Knights of Honor are. So I think his itemization is actually pretty clever. Because he's going to be bringing so much CC, and it's going to be hard to burst him down. He doesn't really have much physical protection, not as much as it will be the magical. So he has to be careful of Artemis just bursting him down, 10 Goddess. So we do see Kiyomi... Yeah, once again, he's looking for these really aggressive plays, and I just don't really think it's what they need to do.
No. Didn't really make anything happen there with that rollout. Looking for it again, positioning himself behind the team, but he is standing on a ward. So they do know he's there.
Gold Fury spawning up soon. That really needs to be contested over. Kiyomi, what are you doing, buddy? Your team, they're nowhere nearby. He pops his Cataclysm. It won't be enough. He's going to die. And really, for what? He wasn't trying to achieve much, but at the same time, the team could turn around. Rob Diggity gets taken out, as well as Miratori. He blew a lot of abilities. And now Knights of Honor, they rotated just in time. Giles getting focused. Spribble stuns him. That boar is very, very powerful. Everyone's getting stunned by the boar. Jack the Moon running for his life. Spribble not quite going to land, but they can dive this one. No, he pops his Mjolnir's dash. G. Oh, buddy, he's taken tower shots, and that's only the tier 2. Maybe even the Phoenix as well. Just as I was criticizing Kiyomi, it actually it forced a pretty awkward collapse from ping 270. They blew a lot of their abilities, and they were in an awkward position. They just weren't ready for the collapse from Knights of Honor.
Will he go in? No, just collapses down on that Phoenix. That was that was a really good turnaround because they took out the tank. They our ping 270 used all the abilities on him. So then all the damage from Knights of Honor, those 4 squishies, they do have so much damage, so they could just turn around onto the enemy and use that Fear No Evil to the advantage. And now on the fire giant.
Here we go.
Feed is back up though.
Not quite hard to invade without the Anvil of Dawn. There may be a couple of kills here. Tainted Goddess in a bit of trouble. Apollo comes in as well. Tainted Goddess falls. Who's going to be next? Fire Shards will chunk here, but not quite any kills. Nice excavation. Almost getting down the Isis. Hercules on the chase. Kiyomi, he's going for the kill. He's not peeling for the Isis, but he may find it. There we go. Rob Diggity, he dies. So that was a good team fight, but with the Fire Giant down, that's in the end going to be beneficial for Knights of Honor. Jack the Moon may die. Now, this is going to be a bit of a slap fight here. Kiyomi should be fine. Didn't land his heart bomb. Anyway, what I want to mention is with the Cataclysm, it actually does a fair bit of damage because he pretty much caught everyone in that Cataclysm before the team fight started. And that's going to be doing 30% of the enemy's health on everyone. So they were actually a fair bit weaker because of the percentage health from Kiyomi. So that's kind of the ideal ultimate, is when you hit everyone before a team fight starts, because it's percentage of current health. And then the collapse was actually just crazy. So that was very surprising, and Knights of Honor are actually looking very strong. They couldn't quite get the Phoenix, but they do have this Fire Giant. But that being said, it's only on G and Kiyomi, so they probably can't make much use of it. And let's see if they can go for this Gold Fury, as it is up and has been for a few minutes.
They did get the gold from Fire Giant, so in the end I think it's worth 3 deaths. Sure. Because they did return those 2 kills, was it? I think it was 2 kills. So definitely worth for Knights of Honor. Just unfortunate that they couldn't get it on 3 of the 4 squishies there.
The thing is well, with the the Athena and Thor comp. It's very good for going for the invades, because you can have Athena ulting onto Thor when he crashes down, gets the stun, taunts from Athena, and then the hog steal. But the issue there is Moon, he didn't have his Anvil of Dawn. He used that to try and defend the Phoenix, so they couldn't really make any plays happen, despite having that combination and a Hog 3 ready to go.
Yeah, now Ping 270 looking for this right lane tower. They will find it. Towers now in favor of Ping 270. They were.
Oh, we do see Giles getting collapsed.
And Rob Diggity just getting out right now, trying to find his way out. Tainted Goddess coming for him. And Kiyomi, just gonna do what Apollo does best and get the hell out of dodge. So yeah.
It's a hard lane to kill.
Definitely, yeah. Athena could just ult a friendly enemy. What? Friendly. And Apollo just pressing 4 and flying out. So G is split pushing this left lane. I like the wave clear from Cupid, because you heart bomb one of the tanky minions and then you push it back into the archer minions. I never really played Cupid in Conquest. Only really in Assault or Arena. So,
I've only played him once.
It's actually good. He's quite fun, especially in Assault, dude. Yeah, so Rob Diggity is actually ahead in item builds. He's looking to finish up Deathbringer. He does have that rage, but oh, actually, I paused.
Right, fast forward it. So we do see a bit of a grouping near the speed. This game is so close. I think this game is going to come down to positioning. Because the fact that, again, there's 4 squishes on Knights of Honor with only 1 tanky member, it means the positioning is so crucial because they can get bursted down if they get caught, but they have so much damage and so much CC that if they're able to get the better position, that they really just can burst down those targets. That was the beads from Hunbats. And we do see a bit of a box here. Rob Diggity looking very strong, but at the same time, it could go either way. Oh, there's the Athena ult. And the Defender of Olympus, it just came online since it was already used. Now that would have been a very crucial kill. Whoever died then, they could have definitely swung the team in their favor.
Oh, definitely, yes.
But I think Minotaur is going to be very, very huge. Kiyomi is on a bit of an awkward spot behind the team. Can they capitalize it here? Oh, Ten Goddess is taunted. That's the ball coming through. Weakening curses are used as well. Fear no evil. Yeah, no one's really dying just yet. Tainted Goddess though. Anvil of Dawn lands. Gets knocked by the driving. Excavation doesn't land. And Tainted Goddess survives this one. That's a huge blow for Ping 270. They needed to find that kill. Meanwhile, we once again see Kiyomi chasing down kills, and it did work this time around. He's so tanky, and he's going to be able to zone away the team.
Minotaur is saved. Tainted Goddess.
Oh, Moon. He's caught by the heart bomb. He's going to get stunned. Nope. Just kidding. Doesn't get stunned, apparently. Don't quite know what happened there, but anyway. Spirit Ball won't land. Moon, he dashes out. Miratori, he uses his driving strike to escape. Surprisingly, just no one's dying in these fights.
Yeah, no one's gone down in the past minute or so.
Only Mighty Elf died.
Fights. Yeah. Wait, did he? He did too?
Kiyomi got him, he chased him down.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh, look at G. He gets caught by the Earthbreaker, but Miratori will get bursted. Fields of Love, weakening curse down. That's Hercules out of this fight, and there's the Artemis once again. Cataclysm lands. Tainted Goddess looking absolutely huge. Nice trap. Spirit Ball. The CC chain isn't enough though for Athena. Does jump away. So tanky. Can they go for the Fire Giant here? Long respawn time is on the Hercules and Rob Diggity. They probably shouldn't try and go for the Phoenix with Nuwa. It's very good clear.
Yeah, I like the wave clear from both teams though, with the Cupid and the Isis.
They probably can get it.
But, yeah.
Especially it's a left Phoenix. It's very valuable. Let's see. Again, we're going to take the Phoenix up here. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, they just got their auto attackers in the back Just
The Anvil of
sitting there.
Dawn is looking for a kill. Who's going to get caught? You got to be careful with the
Go
grouping.
on.
Oh, he doesn't
I
actually go
don't
in.
think he-
There was a
Yeah,
moment there where
bit too
all three of the
risky.
squishies were standing next to each other. That could have been really deadly if Thor went crashing in. So actually, they're going to go for the... I don't know what they're going for. Is it this middle Phoenix? No, going for the... Backing off, I think, now, as Hercules has respawned. Rob Diggity as well. So... They could have got
reason I
Fire
think
Giant
he
there.
didn't-
Do you think that Phoenix was the better call to make?
Yes.
Oh, no, but
I-
the speed wasn't a good call to make, though, because, gee, he's going to get taken out. Does pop his dash. Thor's on the chase. Fields of Love just coming on time. And there is Isis. That may even open up the Fire Giant for Ping 270.
That was a great call, followed up by a not so great call. Like Phoenix, I feel is a lot stronger than Fire Giant in terms of pressure. Not in terms of power. Like, of course, if you're here, then
Oh,
you're
this is bad. Artemis getting the Gold Fury, not in the fight. This is actually a 2v5. Fire Giant on Ping 270. Still, they are behind in gold.
backing off. They got Fire Giant. They could have fought. Just deciding not to, though. I'm not too sure why. But going back to Phoenix over Fire Giant, if you're ahead, then you're already stronger than the enemy, and you don't really need Fire Giant because you're stronger, and you're just extending the gap. Whereas if you get a Phoenix, then that's a lot of pressure, pulling away one of the strong enemies. I don't really know how to explain it right now. It's
Well,
kind of
going
difficult,
Phoenix-
but I just prefer Phoenixes over Fire Giant.
It's really good for getting future Fire Giants, since it will force someone to defend. There is the Apollo who can just chariot in, so he's the better split pusher to have to defend the Phoenix. Would rather defend the Titan from the Fire minions. But with the Phoenix taken by Ping 270, or rather the Fire Giant taken by Ping 270, it means that the Phoenix will be less of an thing than it will be before. Less of a factor, but we do see a bit of a team fight erupting here. How will this one go? They gotta get careful, they don't get caught, and they're caught right now. 10 Goddess, the Fire Shards will secure the kill. Geb Shield, it didn't quite time out. If the Geb Shield timed out, well, never mind that, because Anvil of Dawn comes through, but the trap lands. Dark the Moon gonna survive this one for now, but we do see...
This in the Gib shield. That was such a clutch save by Gib there with the shield. Oh, that was so close.
Wow.
Phoenix taken though. Oh, and Ping 270. Oh,
So full build for Tainted Goddess. Double crit and the Titan's Bane. This is going to be huge right now, but there's still a lot of CC on the board. Phoenix has been taken out. Hercules is very, very low, but he's escaping for now. That's 2 Phoenixes down.
that Gib shield has been so good this game.
Oh, Rob
I've seen
Diggory's
it
dead.
so many ways.
What? No,
Oh.
he's not dead.
Oh, what? That turnaround, the crits. Oh, and Tainted Goddess able to land that one basic that did crit and did take down Rob Diggity there. But Rob Diggity able to 1v3 take down someone. So that was pretty good.
It's actually the same build from
Is it?
both Rob
It
Diggity
is.
and from Tainted Goddess. And I think that's smart. I mean, a lot of times you see Unicorn build from Apollo, but when there's 4 squishies, not only 1 tank, the crit is much more valuable. You don't need the pen or the speed when there's just squishy targets with no real protections.
Definitely, and when you're at max build with Deathbringer, you're dealing close to 700, 800 damage crits, and on a low health, well, not low health, but low defense squishy, that's a large percentage of the health gone.
Yep.
From one crit. So,
Also bear in
yeah.
mind that the passive on Apollo, his Audacity, it often will make him overcap when he does have Unicorn, so it's going to be
Yeah.
good for him. But he can't crit Geb for more than 25% extra. 10 got us in a lot of trouble. Gets the beads and the Geb shield. It's a life for now. Jack the Moon Mega taking out. Cataclysm comes down. The rest of the team a little bit too late to the rotation, but Ping 270, they're all so low. Can they take out Miratori? Oh, one more attack. Rollout. Will it knock him forward enough to... They couldn't quite get the kill. Overhand smash, not within range. They need to find these kills. That's the Fields of Love coming through from Cupid, but all of his health has returned from Mitigate Wounds. And that's Rob Diggity down, very important member. Jack the Moon's recalling.
no.
They can't quite get him within time, though. That may have gone a lot better if Knights of Honor, they didn't focus down the Hercules, but he was so close to dying.
yeah,
He's the MVP as well. If Minotauri is down, then the team fight for Ping 270 is going to be severely lacking. Still, the same does apply for Rob Diggity.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. He did collapse down into 3 squishies, all with CC. He jumped down on the Hunbats, who then immediately critted him, and Tainted Goddess just finished him off there. That was really unfortunate place to land.
Yeah, but I think this is where Artemis is going to really shine over the Apollo. Has a better steroid, has the slow, which is very strong, has the ball, which is even more control and peel in these team fights, has the extra crit on her passive, whereas Apollo's passive isn't as much as a big deal because he already has a fair bit of attack speed in there. Fire Giant is going to be spawning soon. I think this team fight will decide this game because we're so close in terms of the itemization, and the respawn timers are going to be very, very long. Phoenixes have fully respawned for Ping 270. They're looking for the fight. Defender of Olympus was already used. Rob Diggity, he's farming the damage, but he does have his chariot if he so desires. Damage buff very, very powerful on the late game hunters.
Yeah. Ping 270 can just dance around this while super minions attack.
Oh, Tainted Goddess is caught, but does have the shield. Fields of Loves comes down as well. Miratori will he get focused? He's bursted down. Anvil of Dawn comes in as well. This is looking great for Knights of Honor. Who's going to be next though? Jark the Moon has to dash away. G looking for some blood, but he's got to be careful. Mighty Elk getting annihilated by the Wind Gust and those crits. But look at Rob Diggity. He's going for the Titan. The Phoenix will be respawning, but instantly destroyed. But the Fire Giant will be in return. He's already used his ultimate. He can't escape this one. Serenade won't be long enough. Rob Diggity's down. Fire Giant on all 5 members for Knights of Honor. What a great team fight. They were able to get their CC chain, burst down Miratori, and with him down, like, that's the team fight over for Ping 270. And they need to have this Hercules alive. And it's all about the burst, because you can't kill Hercules over time with the mitigate wounds, but you can burst him with this much damage and this much CC that the team comp has to offer from Knights of Honor.
And now looking, they just went straight for that that Phoenix. Now looking for the left lane Phoenix as well. But I do like from Rob Diggity how he did reply with those 2 Phoenixes down, ulting for those. And Knights of Honor taking 2 Phoenixes now in reply.
Was he actually in that team fight?
No.
Yeah, that's why it was so one-sided as well. That being said, they got to be careful. Knights of Honor, last time they did get some kills. Oh, nice Fields of Love and the Fear No Evil. It will secure the escape. They need to back away from this one. This is a bad team fight for Knights of Honor. Nice Anvil of Dawn. Giles has survived. Weakening Curse being used. Look at the Titan. It's about half HP for Ping 270, and they did lose both of those Phoenixes. So Knights of Honor, they're still not in as strong a spot as you would think. The gold disparity doesn't really mean anything. Everyone's full built. G, you gotta be careful, buddy. Oh, he couldn't quite get the tower. He's already used his dash. He's probably gonna die. Apollo, oh, he lands the kill, and that is a 75-second respawn timer as we are 45 minutes into this game.
That's kind of painful. We did make a good effort on that tower, though. Which is
oh, Tainted Goddess, what are you doing? This is not where you need to be. There's no Geb Shield available. Oathbreaker gets the kill. What a disastrous play. Knights of Honor, they knew Ping 270 were in that right lane, and yet Artemis went for the blue buff? What? What?
Everyone's just getting picked off. No.
Why would you go blue buff? Especially as it's the hunter. Like, oh, that's GG for actually no reason, but hold that thought as it may not be just yet. The holding on to it, but the Titan is taken out. That is actually a really crushing defeat. Knights of Honor, they had that game. They had the better team fight. They were ahead. They had Fire Giant, and Artemis decided that she wanted a blue buff when the entire team was in the right lane after Cupid died when Geb was not nearby to shield her. What? Oh man,
that was painful to watch. Oh,
and that's really sad because Knights of Honor are I would say not as a good a team as the red team, and this would have been a really great victory for them. It would have been a huge confidence boost going into their future games, but they lost that game for really just greed, consistently greed. Like they would win team fights, but they would chase kills rather than going for Gold Fury. They would try and get one extra buff at the speed, as we saw, and lose kills. But I think that really is the defining factor between the top level teams. It's not necessarily the mechanics or the lanes. A lot of it is just the communication and the objective control and map awareness, really knowing when and what you should be doing.
And decision making also with those.
Yeah, same thing.
Something I did notice, just in terms of build, was ISIS got a Soul Reaver. Now I do like that, especially as there's a Hercules on the enemy team there. So being able to burst down that Hercules with such a large amount of health, doing that 15% extra damage as health, that was a really good build there. So I do feel that Knights of Honor did play a really good game. They just need to rewatch this game, see where they went wrong, learn from it, prevent what they did wrong from happening again, and they could be up there with Ping 270 at the top of the leaderboards. I think it was a really good and well played.
Yeah, it was well played, and they actually made use of this comp. I thought Cupid was really going to fall off hard, but surprisingly it actually didn't. The Cupid did have a pretty big impact, with the Fields of Love being just such a crucial component of the team fights, with all of that, the AoE wombo and the CC chain, and he just had a lot of damage. He was chasing kills and finding them, and as mobile as you are with Cupid, you really can make that work. So it's, big shout out for playing a really unconventional comp. And I mean, I'm always gonna fanboy over a team that plays Artemis.
Yeah.
And the Artemis legitimately worked.
Tainted Goddess did really well there. Yeah, that was great. Well played by Tainted Goddess there.
Alright, well, any last words?
That was a great game. I really enjoyed casting that.
Yeah, I think it's one of the longest ones we've seen in OCE.
Yeah, it was so even. Like the back and forth was extremely. That was extremely fun to watch.
Yeah, indeed.
So yeah.
Well, that'll wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I am The Machine. Joining me is Nightfall. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.